Welcome back to the Human Values Collective Sunday night meditation. All are welcome, no matter how long you've been meditating, or as they say in some traditions, sitting. How long have you been sitting? I love that so much. This is our opportunity to do something that I'm really passionate about and something that I feel will help what's happening in the world, which is to make a connection with a place deep within us, which is our divinity, our spirit, whatever you want to call it, is fine, because this work is only verifiable by you. In the early days of scientists and psychologists trying to understand meditation and any kind of inner phenomena, things like meditations weren't legitimate because they weren't verifiable by a third party. So in other words, it couldn't be observed by a different person that wasn't having the direct experience. So I think about that a lot. And it brings me back to this, it's very intangible work itself, the experience that we're having while we're meditating. However, the benefits and the effects are viewable and verifiable. Namely, how do we show up in the world? How do we respond rather than react to challenges? And then in the Human Values Collective, we're especially interested in our ability to study and to decide which are the values that are most important to us and take aligned action towards that. I've heard a new definition of the word burnout recently, which is actually not enough aligned action. So you're burnt out and you're like, what do you mean not enough action? It's too much action, but it's not that it's too much action, it's that it's not enough aligned action, not enough of the doing the things that actually move the needle for us. And I, of course, am going to make space for sometimes we just got to do the job just to get the money, right? It's not always going to be super aligned action. But even within that, we're taking steps to whatever that aligned action is going to be for us. And even if we're doing a job that is not in any way connected to our meaning or our calling in life, you could say, at the very least, us being an embodied example of values like love, nonviolence, and peace is giving something to the world. It's giving something to people around us. And so I want us to pay attention again to those unverifiable benefits that might be happening, how we inspire each other, even strangers. So all that to say, let's go ahead and really enjoy our time together tonight. We're trying to make connection with some value that's way deep inside of us, and deepen that connection and listen to that place in us and let that part of us guide this work. I'm the facilitator. I'm not your guide. I'm not your teacher. I'm not any of that. It's really this deep place within us where the wisdom comes from. We can call it the high C or the higher consciousness. That's the part that's going to take over the work starting right now. So go ahead and close your eyes. And if you would like to put your hands like little cups on your lap or wherever they fall naturally, this is a receptive posture. It's saying that we are ready to receive from our subconscious whatever we're going to receive tonight. And what we're going to do tonight is the Maypole meditation, and we're drawing on several energies, and then also kind of keeping in mind how we're all connected to the same source that's within all of us. So let's start by drawing a circle on the ground around you at arm's length. Imagine a golden white light and start tracing that circle around you. And this circle is sending a message to our subconscious that this is our space. No one can step into our space. No one can interfere with this work. This work is between you and your higher consciousness, between you and that place deep within you, between you and that part of you that does not change. If you need a little bit extra, let's say protection or just an extra sense of your own space, you could bring that circle up like a cylinder till it sits just above your head, but make sure you keep the top open so that we can receive these energies. And now let's check in once more with our high C and saying to give this work over to the high C. Let go of any projections that you're putting on me. Any one of us with some practice could lead this meditation. So there's nothing special about me. This work is between you and you. You are the teacher. You are the student. You run the experiment. You verify the results, and then you make your own choices. It's between you and you. So any instructions that I say, repeat them to yourself so that your subconscious is receiving these directions from you and no one else. So now imagine we're all sitting in a circle and that there is a pole sticking out of the ground high up into the air, and that there's different colored ribbons hanging from this pole. Imagine getting out of your seat and walking up towards the pole. We're all doing this together. And then just grab whatever color ribbon jumps out at you first. Don't think about it too hard. Just whatever ribbon that is, grab it in your left hand. And then you're bringing that back with you towards your seat. Sit back down in your imagination. And go ahead in your left hand, tug at that ribbon so that you can see that it's firmly connected to the top of the maypole. And once you feel secure in that connection, look around in your mind's eye and notice that we're all connected in the same way, and just enjoy that feeling that we're all connected to the same source and how beautiful that is. And yeah, how lucky we are to have each other and to do this work together. I won't take that for granted. Now let's ask for a variety of different energies to stream down our ribbon like a little waterfall. Imagine golden white light streaming down the ribbon, and we're just going to breathe in this golden white light. And then breathe out. And as you breathe in this golden white light, feel already that you're already receiving whatever it is that you need. And we don't need to know exactly what we're receiving, we just know that it's good. We know that this light represents everything that is good for everything and everyone in this world. It represents love, truth, peace, nonviolence, right action, eternity, universality, all the things that are good for everyone and everything in this world is in that light. Now let's ask for relaxation energy to stream down our ribbon. And as you breathe in this relaxing energy, you're breathing it in. And breathe out any tension, any stress, any worry. Yeah, there's a lot to worry about, but the worry does not help us to solve any problems, anyone else's or our own. So we're just going to breathe that out. We're going to breathe in more relaxation energy. And as we breathe in this relaxation energy, we start to soothe ourselves. Our nervous system begins to regulate. Our heartbeat slows down. We start breathing deeper into our belly. Imagine the breath going down the center of our belly, the center of our body, the front of our body. And breathe out any tension, any worry. And we're just going to ask this light to help us to be the right amount of relaxed that we need to be for our work today. And let that energy of relaxation continue for the rest of our time together, for the rest of the week, until we can do this work again together. Now, next we're going to ask for cleansing energy to stream down the ribbon. And as this ribbon is coated with this golden white light, you're breathing it in, and it's cleansing you of any any dirt, any grime, any gunk, any stuckness, any thing that we pick up from the world or from other people, residue, anything that's not serving us anymore, ideas, beliefs, energies. We're just going to let that wash away. Imagine this golden light like waterfall streaming down, splashing you outside, inside, through every part of you, washing away anything that needs to be washed away. And then that murky water hits the ground and is swallowed up by the ground. Mother Earth knows what to do with it. You just let it go and continue bringing in more cleansing energy. We're asking this energy to continue to do its thing, to continue to cleanse us, so that when all of that gunk and all of those beliefs, limitations, limiting ideas, and all that stuff is washed away, we can see the truth that we're so pure-hearted, so loving, so giving, so good. Now we can see ourselves clearly, now that we've been cleansed, and that's, just relish in that clear-sightedness. And that cleansing energy is going to do what it needs to do for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. And now we're going to ask for healing energy to stream down the ribbon. And imagine healing energy streaming down the ribbon in the form of golden white light. And as we breathe in that healing energy, imagine that energy as golden white light going to whatever part of our body needs healing. And maybe you can say, I'm open to this healing energy, I'm receiving this healing energy. And maybe you know, oh yes, I'm having pain here, or this illness, or this disease here. And you can direct the light where to go, and if not, just open completely to it, knowing that it knows where to go, it knows what to do, and it's going to heal any part of you that's ready to be healed. Sometimes parts of us are not ready to be healed just yet, and that's okay. We're going to trust the process and trust that healing is happening nevertheless, in its own time. But definitely that it is possible and that it is happening. Even now you're healing. And now that we're paying attention to the healing, guess what? It is accelerating. So we're seeing now this healing accelerating in us, in whatever part of us needs to be and is ready to be healed. And as we breathe out, we're breathing out any pain, any discomfort, any wounds, any trauma, any torment, any thoughts, ideas that are causing pain to ourselves and to others. Maybe ask yourself, would it be okay for me to be completely healed? Would that be okay right now? Would you serve others better if you were completely healed of what has been ailing you? So we're making an agreement. It is okay to be healed. It is okay to be okay. And we're so grateful for that realization, as that starts to already even more accelerate the healing process within us. We're grateful we continue to allow the healing energy to do what it needs to do, and let that healing continue for today, for the rest of this week, as we move forward. Next, we're going to ask for strengthening and re-energizing energy to stream down our ribbon. And as it makes its way down the ribbon closer to you, you breathe in that strengthening, re-energizing energy in the form of golden white light, and feel it to give energy to your body, your bones, your mind, your organs. Every part of you receives an infusion of energy. And you feel that tingle starts to happen in your muscles, in your hands, in your feet, in your toes, in your fingers. And maybe start to smile a little bit as you feel this surge moving through you, this electricity moving through you. So many of us are tired. It's common response to the "how are you" question is to be tired, and a lot of that can be physical, and a lot of it can be mental, emotional, spiritual. Many of us are just trying to catch a breath. And we can remember that we have this infinite source of energy within us, and the more contact and the more visits we have with this source of energy within us, the more practiced we get at asking for and receiving this energy, the more this is a tool that we can draw upon when we are experiencing this exhaustion throughout the week. Breathe out any tiredness, any fatigue, mental, emotional, spiritual fatigue. Maybe you've been trying so hard to do something, trying. It feels like you're failing over and over again. And just inviting you to the awareness that nothing is ever a waste. None of the efforts are ever a waste. Even if things don't work out, you are learning and you are growing. We start out with the awareness that we're doing the work, and then we realize the work is doing us. By doing work, whatever work we're doing, it is growing us, it's sharpening us, it's teaching us. And even if it doesn't work out now, we still have all of the skills that we've learned. And we can always begin again. The work starts now. And we'll breathe in this energy one more time to give us that re-energizing, that strengthening energy to show up in our full power every single day, every single week. And let that strengthening, re-energizing energy continue to do what it does, continue to flow for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week. And now, before we call upon the last energy, we do a check-in. Let's check in with our high C. Are we still connected? Yes. Still connected to that place deep within us, where all of these energies flow from, building this connection with this part of us that never changes. Trace that a circle once more around you, or the cylinder once more around you. Knowing again that this is your own space and nothing can invade your space. You are safe. It's happening with you and your high C. Finally, let's ask for the most important energy of all, which is that love energy, but not romantic love, universal, unconditional, infinite love energy flowing down your ribbon. And as you breathe it in, you just feel this warm glow happening everywhere in your body. And you're breathing in this universal love, this love that we're all truly searching for, this love that we can only find in an appropriate and infinite amount from this source within us, because love that we can get from other people, depending on their state of consciousness and their ability to love themselves, it can be limited, but this love that comes from within us can not be limited. It is infinite. And at any moment you can ask for this love and be ready to truly receive it. Breathe out any thoughts about being unworthy, about being not good enough. That doesn't matter to this love. This is not a transactional love. This is not, I love you if you do what I say. I love you if you agree with what I believe. This is a love that is ever present, that is infinite, that we can feel once we turn our attention to it, once we ask for it, open our hearts to receive it. And when we can tap into this love, then we can truly, freely give it to others without expectation, without needing to receive it back, because we get it from our own inner source. So in this moment, you recognize and realize that this love loves you exactly as you are. And you can even ask it in those dark moments. Do you love me? Am I pleasing to you? That's the only answer that love could reply. This universal, unconditional love. Yes, of course I love you. And there's nothing you could do to stop me from loving you. Every little thing you do is magic, and I adore every thought that comes through your head, every action you do, every mistake you make, and every victory you achieve. I love it all. Realizing if this love, this infinite love can love you, you can love you too. And if you like, you can take your hands, your physical hands, and wrap those hands around you in a loving embrace, and you can say, I love me. I love me. I love me, and it's so okay to love me. No matter how well I did today or yesterday or will do tomorrow, I love me. And let this be the foundation from which we engage with the world to truly bring healing and beauty and creation and community into the world. All of the things that you are. All the things that are good for everyone and everything in the world. You can go ahead and relax your hands. We are filled with love in this moment now. We're so grateful to receive this love energy. And it's important that when we receive this love, that we also give it, because once something stagnates, it becomes toxic, it becomes poison. It's just like water in an old tire that gets left out in the sun. So we're going to send this love to someone who we feel really needs this love energy right now, someone who could use a dose of love. Think of this person. Remember to think of people who are difficult for you. Difficult people need love too. And maybe they wouldn't be so difficult if they had more love. Think of people in hospitals, sick people, older people, younger people who don't have a place to eat, place to live. And then you're thinking about people who are really, really struggling to be seen, people who are experiencing anxiety, experiencing depression. So many of us are struggling with loneliness. So whoever comes into your mind, imagine them in their own circle across from you. And now you put your hands together, palms together, and then put your wrists in your heart area, the center of your chest, fingers extended outward, and imagine you're breathing in from the high sea this love energy, and you're just directing it to them. You breathe it in, and as you breathe it out, you hasten descending towards this person, hopeful that they will receive it. If they are not open to it, don't worry, they will not receive it. It'll go and it'll find someone else who's ready to receive it. Someone there wants it. Someone out there wants it. So we don't have to worry about free will or consent, because if this person's not open, they will not receive it. That's okay. Someone else out there is receiving our love. So we also don't need to know what is being sent through the high sea. Like a male person, we're just delivering the letter. We don't need to know what's in there. We're just sending that. And go ahead and relax your hands. Now let's think of a group of people who need a lot of love. a group of people who are experiencing a lot of hardship, a collective strife, a collective difficulty, a collective conflict, a collective pain. Put your hands again, palms together, wrist on your heart area, and breathe in whatever they need in the form of love and light, and you're sending out that love energy to this group of people. You see them there, and you're hoping that they will receive this love. But your job in all giving is that the giving, you are not responsible for the receiving. Your job is just to give. And whoever is able to receive or not receive, that is their problem. Your job is the giving, and that's a lot. Go ahead and relax your hands. Put the hands like little cups on your thighs, wherever they fall naturally. And finally, let's think of a place in the world right now that needs some love, that's experiencing strife, war, violence, poverty, political conflict, lack of freedom, lack of mobility, pollution. There's so many places in the world that we can send, even here, even in our own city, our own town, and wherever we're sending that love to. Go ahead and put your palms together, wrist on your heart area, point your fingers out, and breathe in that love from the high sea and send the love out. Oh, that's so good. We don't need to know what's being sent. We just send it. And we're done. We're putting our hands back like little cups on our thighs. And the very last thing to do is just to focus once more on the high sea and say thank you to the high sea for this incredible work that we are lucky enough to do. And thank you for whatever happened. 99.99% of we have no idea what just happened, but it feels good. It feels good. Notice once more how connected we all are to the same source. And as we get ready in a second to open our eyes and we look at each other, let's see not just the physical body, the external, but let's see each other as that connection to our inner source, to our high sea. And that's how we want to see each other. So go ahead and start wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Stretch out your arms and legs. Stretch in any way that feels good. And when you're ready, go ahead and open your eyes. Again, remind yourself of the date and the time, and sharing gratitude that we're all here together. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's go ahead and write in the comments how you feel after having done that exercise together. And a quick review of the value of the week as we practice together in the Human Values Collective every week. Through our emails, you will receive the value of the week. This week, through the lens of love, one of our universal human values, we're practicing the value of self-dedication. Thought of the week is, practice makes improvement, not perfection. This week, our objective is to lovingly accept where you are in your personal journey and to dedicate your work to improving your true self. Remember, the goal isn't perfection, it's improvement and progress, no matter how small. Oof, needed that. Another phrase a teacher of mine, James Wedmore, said was, a done job is better than a perfect job. Because trying to do the perfect job, we will not even finish it. We'll never do it. So the focus is just do the thing. Forget about trying to do it perfectly. Am I right? My people, one last thing for today is the Mentors program is launching in 2 weeks. And you are all invited to sign up and participate in this transformative experience. Here you will find the link so that you can see what has been updated, what has changed. This is the 4th year of the program. And let's say we've got some extra goodies in store for you. There is a scholarship option available if you scroll to the bottom of the page at a very big discount. And what I'm receiving and learning this weekend, it's like, of course I knew this, but you know, we all need reminders, is the importance of showing up in community, to do this work in community, to be seen, to be heard, and to do this work together. Our ancestors gathered around the fire to sing, to share stories, and to do this work together of connecting with each other and with ourselves. And when all of these things in life are saying, this is important, this is important, this is important, it's really, really critical to make space for this community, especially a community of people focused on growth and being examples of love, truth, peace, nonviolence, and right action in the world. I see you, I admire you, I love you, I appreciate you. I see you showing up every single week with discipline, and that is amazing. Keep showing up, and please bring your community with you so that we can grow this community and make an even bigger impact in the world. You've made today an amazing day just by you being you. There's no one like you in the whole world, and I like you just the way you are. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you.
Thank you.